Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is the Papa Joe Show, where Papa Joe knows. I am your host, Papa Joe, and I am very grateful for you all to be here today. It is indeed a wonderful afternoon, and I am sorry I'm a few minutes late today, having couple little technical difficulties, and was interesting for sure to get that going. I don't know what's going on with my internet, but it has been. So if I drop or something like that, some of you guys and gals know how to get a hold of me. Do me a favor, ping me. That way I have a notice that goes across the screen and whatnot to make sure you have that there. So anyways, you guys and gals, thank you for being here. My regulars, you guys are awesome. I love the fact that you are all here every single day. There is a live chat running on YouTube. You all have a great, wonderful conversation. And what we'll do is we get to the end of the show. Stick around to the end of the show. If anyone throws any questions out in the chat, we'll use it as a Q&A. Also, I would just want to take a look at what's going on today. There's been some crazy stuff going on in the world. We're having an interesting currency problem, if you will. Now, we've heard recently that the Fed is going to be looking into doing its Fed Now system, which is supposed to go live sometime in February or January or whatever in 2023. Well, that's all blockchain based. So now they're looking at CBDCs. CBDCs are not to be trusted. They are mechanisms by which they can track and see everything you do. You put your application on your phone, and guess what? That wallet gives them access to see where you're at, what you're doing, where you're spending your money, all that fun stuff. You really want that? That's where you have Bitcoin. That's where you have, well, Bitcoin's also a little bit more, it's anonymous-ish, but it's still public. And then you have Divi, which is not quite, it's the same thing. Not quite anonymous, it's public transactions, whatnot. So, but you get something like Litecoin where it has Mimblewimble, and you can decide whether you want your transactions tracked or not. Fantastic little application there, huh? By the way, throw it in the live chat. What are you guys and gals drinking today? That is Colombian black coffee. I love my black coffee. But in the afternoon, maybe it'll be something else. Who knows? So for today, we are going to jump right into, hopefully, we may end up being a little short today. I have a meeting right at 1 o'clock, so bear with me on that one. So I do apologize if we have to abruptly end this. So anyways, if you guys and gals want more of Papa Joe, I have the Patreon running. That is rolling on the bottom of the screen and linked in the description of the video. It's $5 a month. It's not a lot. It buys me a cup of coffee. And the reason I have that there is simply because our freedom of speech, our First Amendment, is under attack. I'd love to be able to talk about all that stuff out here in the open without having to be concerned about the stupid things being taken down. But with terms of use and all that fun stuff, we have to be careful. So the Patreon's there for that reason only. I take the gloves off. I remove the filter, whatever you want to call it. That's why I have that set up. It gives me an opportunity to really dig into what's going on and to really also give you guys and gals the opportunity to have early access interviews. I'm attempting to work on a few right now, and I will put those in the Patreon first. And if it makes sense to have it out on this channel, I'll do that here as well. But most of the time, the conversations are definitely Patreon first. It also shows me whether I trigger any algos or anything like that. So anyways, thank you again for everyone for being here, and let's jump right into the content, shall we? So, fun times in the Bitcoin space. It is up today. We are having a fun afternoon. Everything's up though. Dow's up. Since Dow's up, crypto's up. Since Nasdaq's up, crypto's up. Since S&P 500's up, crypto's up. You guys see the patterns? When is this going to decouple? I have no idea, but it's going to eventually, because what's happening, and a lot of people aren't really paying attention to this stuff, is that in the crypto space, it's going to end up being the exit strategy for the stock market. My opinion, take it or leave it. Everything I say on the show here is, in fact, just that, my opinion. Do your own research, not legal tax or financial advice or anything like that. Just entertainment and education. That's it. But it is my opinion that when the market completely collapses out, the bottom falls out, which it will. I don't know if crypto will follow at this point. It might fall a little bit more, but I don't know if it'll bounce back down or not. But it is my opinion that all the dollars, because of the inflation and the stuff that we've seen in running rapid. We talk about it often on the show here. All the dollars and whatnot that we see in the space, it'll come out of the stock market. It'll sit on the sidelines, causing kind of another inflationary moment, if you will. And when that happens, people will realize, oh crap, we need to put this money somewhere else because we're losing our value. Purchasing power can be protected in crypto. Purchasing power can be protected in gold and silver if you hold it personally. If you're not holding it personally, you are not going to be guaranteed that you have it. This is the same thing with crypto. Not your keys, not your coins. This is why I talk about the Divi project so much. The Divi project is a big deal. They just launched a self-custodian wallet. Actually, the wallet's been out for a while. Okay, you could hold 270 or thereabouts different coins inside of it. Guess what? They have a decentralized exchange built into the application. Guess what else? They have and fiat on and off ramp. You can now buy crypto inside that app. There are very few self-custodian wallets that allow you to do that. And Nick Saprano, Josh, and the rest of the team there and their C-suite, they are legitimate people who want you and guys and gals to actually hold your coins, protect your assets, and then get in there and watch what happens as the value of it returns. Also, as far as the Divi ecosystem is concerned, there is a one-click masternode and one-click staking. Few clicks. We'll call it few clicks. There's a few. Not exactly one, but the go button, if you will, is done. Look, I talked about this yesterday. I set up master nodes in the past, validator nodes in the past, as far as crypto is concerned. I've been in the crypto space, for those of you who are new, for a long time, since almost the beginning. And when Dash launched, I went out and launched. When they enabled the validators and whatnot, I set up a validator. You had to know how to code. Don't like coding at all. For what it's worth, it is just, to me, I just don't like it. It's not something I like to do. So I don't practice or whatever you want to call it with it. But in this space, I'm not seeing very many projects build something like what Divi is doing, or like what Matic is doing. Matic is building the enterprise platforms. I say Matic is Polygon. Matic is the ticker. I haven't seen many projects build enterprise grade level tools other than like what Matic and Polygon is doing. And for what it's worth, if you think about from a pricing standpoint, full disclosure, I hold these coins, right? I'm not trying to pump them or anything like that here. I'm simply calling out what they're doing. Y'all make your own decisions. You do your own research. I'm telling you from a technology perspective what they're building. Pricing wise, they're all at a steal. Okay. Matic was up at almost $3. It's taking a breath just like everything else. Divi hit 18 cents. Great pricing points, if you will. There's a little bug flying around, sorry. You all need to understand that when the bottom falls out of the traditional markets, the 401k money, the IRA money, those people are going to be freaking out and calling people like us who've been in this space as long as we have. Even if you've been in this for 6 months and you are just now getting exposed to this, even if this is your first time, you're just now getting into it. Great. The thing is that people who have 401ks, their IRAs, people who are about to enter retirement or already in retirement, we're calling you up going, friends and family. That's why I have Astra Blockchain Consulting as a company. I set it up because I see this coming. There's going to be a wall of people sitting there going, help. I need to protect my purchasing power. And that's why that's there. Okay. I love it whenever I have friends and family come up to me and they're like, hey, I've heard you talking about this for so long. How do I do this? And it's just simple. You show them. You teach them. Teach them how to be safe. Teach them how to be wise. Teach them how to protect their purchasing power. And the Divi wallet is one of the very, very best that I have seen in a very long time that does that. I highly recommend you look into that project. The Divi project is not a joke, not around, not something to be playing with, or not something to miss out on. Excuse me, not something to miss out on. Especially when the ruble hits a 7-year high against the dollar and the euro. The Russian ruble hits its highest level against the United States dollar since 2015 on Tuesday. the dollar slid 3.13% compared to the ruble to go for 55.21, whatever it is, at 5:37 p.m. And then you have the Russian currency also hit a 7-year high against the euro. The euro lost 2.62% compared to it to go from 58.28 at 5:39 p.m. So, folks, why is the ruble rising in value against world reserve currencies? Could be because they didn't quite peg the ruble to gold, but it's was it 1,000? Not 1,000 ounces, but 1,000 whatever it is, whatever whatever it is. Excuse me, I don't remember what it is. I'm brain farting right now. So we're live, and I don't have all this stuff in front of me. So it is basically they created a floor with gold. They actually took the ruble and created a floor with gold. There's a certain amount of gold that you can buy for one ruble. Because of that, because it's actually in a roundabout way tied to gold, the ruble effectively is going to increase in value. Also, if you think about it, because it has any kind of metals associated to it, any kind of traditional sound money associated to it, what ends up happening is that the currency, the fiat currencies, continue to be printed, and that causes inflation. And I've said it many times. This is say it again for the new folks here. The dollar was printed since 1913 till 2020. 20% of the current monetary supply was set up, was printed. 80% or thereabouts is printed in the past 2.5-ish years, somewhere in that ballpark. Just putting it into perspective, that's not a joke. That's something that you need to pay attention to, because it is our purchasing power. Inflation is a hidden tax. It taxes the ability for us to be able to go buy gas. Everyone's paying attention to the problems at the gas pump. Guess what? The tomatoes on the shelf at the grocery store, there's no decrease in the amount of tomatoes available. Well, maybe a little bit. The shipping stuff has been kind of crazy because of the fuel problems. But, sorry, I'm looking at the chat here. Sorry, the fun stuff happening with the inflation is that they've printed so much of it, they've screwed the world, because the US dollar is the world reserve currency. On top of all of that, Turkey is going to be holding a summit with the UN over a grain crisis. You know, India stopped exporting its grain a month or two ago. We have problems in China. We have problems around the world for the grain production. You guys and gals understand how much grain is used in everyday life? Realistically, like seriously. You don't have bread without it, of any kind. You don't have beer of any kind. You don't have a lot of products because you don't have wheat, because you don't have grain. I guess it's not. Grain could be rice too. Grain could be flax. Grain could be whatever, any kind of grain. So Turkey will hold a summit in Istanbul next week with representatives from the United Nations, Russia, and Ukraine to discuss the grain crisis. The Turkish presidential administration announced on Tuesday. The presidential sources revealed that a military delegation will travel to Russia this week to discuss the details of the summit. In addition, the local newspaper stated, I'm not even going to try to pronounce their local newspaper, whatever, that the summit's agenda will include a plan to open 3 corridors through 4 ports in Odessa, whatever, with an estimated 35 million tons of food to be extracted from the corridor, as well as allowing Russian food products to be transported through the corridor. Interesting, huh? Previously, Ukraine's grain exports plunged by 55.5% in June, as German officials stated. Crazy times, huh, folks? Crazy times. The dollar hits 136 yuan for the first time in over 23 years. So the yuan, the Japanese yuan, is still falling in value. They're manipulating their stuff. The Japanese yen dropped on Tuesday to its lowest point against the U.S. dollar. So there's a currency crisis. Is the point, people? There's a currency crisis. This is why I say in my shows, when the fiat fails, which we are watching it happen now, that fiat will rush into crypto. It will. It will rush into crypto like we've never seen. The reason I say that is because fiat is dead. Fiat is dead. I'm going to say it again. Fiat is dead. Now, I'm not talking just a dollar. All fiat is dead. Crypto is the exit strategy. I've said it many, many times. Crypto is the exit strategy. Please pay attention. When you guys and gals, when you see the markets fall, the dollars will come out of the market and they'll sit on the sidelines, and then people will go, what do we do with this money? We don't trust the markets. We don't trust the system. We don't trust this anymore. Guess what? Put it into crypto and you'll be fine. I thought this was an interesting little piece here. And it's funny how they pointed out people who have been hodling for the longest time. That's not hodling. 50% of Bitcoin addresses is still in profit. Hodlers have not needed to hodl hard enough. Data covering historical bear market shows. In other words, all of us OGs in the space, guess what? We've been in profit. People like myself, a lot of my regulars, you guys and gals, we've been in profit for a long time. And unless things legitimately go to almost zero or below zero in the most part, that's not. I think I'm down on only one of my portfolios holdings. Everything else is that way, and a lot of people in the crypto space are that way because we hear about the projects as they launch. We grab them when they launch. It's fantastically amazing. Oh, the joys of being able to do that. See, in the stock market, you can't really do that because businesses will do a pre-sale or or what's it called, an IPO of their coins, initial purchasing offer, where they'll offer it out there. See, ICOs are no longer allowed to happen anymore because the big bad regulator said, well, no, only we can do that. Only we can do that. Adoption is taking place in a very big way. If you don't know who Deloitte is, and if you don't know who NIDIG is, please do your research on them. They are not to be trifled with when it comes to the influence they have in Fortune 500s. They are leading the international consulting firm Deloitte partners with NIDIG to onboard businesses to Bitcoin, including Fortune 500 companies, to be able to accept and or send or use crypto. Deloitte has partnered with Bitcoin Bank NIDIG to onboard businesses for further adoption in Bitcoin. Deloitte advises businesses worldwide, including 90% of the Fortune 500 companies. The partnership seeks to improve upon reliability and accessibility for businesses around the world, hoping to integrate. Wow, I can say that word all day long because I do it at work. Whatever. Bitcoin products and services. Well, fun times. You know what? Fun times. I've said this for many years. Businesses will eventually accept crypto because there will be no other choice. When the Federal Reserve is saying we're going to build CBDCs, they're going to look at this and go, well, why don't we go ahead and accept Bitcoin and get used to this and how it works? Crypto is the exit strategy. You got a fiat currency problem around the world. unless you can hold physical gold and silver, else you can obtain it. Good luck finding it, Maze. Good luck. Seriously, good luck finding it. You won't be able to find it. When it comes to crypto, it is the exit strategy. All right, let's run through the chat here. I only have a few more minutes before I have to jump on a call. So I'm going to try and run through and say hey to everyone at least. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat and I'll try to address them. Tom, how's it going, brother? You are always here, and I love it that you are. Appreciate you being here, man. It means a lot. Celestial Appetite, what is up? How you doing today? Appreciate you. Busy Mountain, haven't seen you in a little bit. Appreciate you jumping in. How you doing? It's been a fantastic day so far. Who else we got in the chat? Busy Mountain, my Divvy staking rewards have dropped way down. Not sure why. Check out if they're working through a couple of different things. So you're good. No worries about that. Doobie-doobie-doo. Coffee and water. Same here. Celestial Appetite. It is for sure. Coffee and water all day long. I love coffee. It's great. Manny, what's up, man? How you been? I love it that you guys and gals are here every single day. It's beautiful. Open-Minded Bitcoin, by the way, everyone, if you don't know who Open-Minded Bitcoin is, he has an amazing channel where they do a lot of different fun stuff. Go check him out on YouTube and all the socials. Fun stuff there. He does a good job. Celestial Appetite, when they try to exit the exchanges, will shut down. That is also a very big problem. That is also a very good point. But the money won't sit there forever. They'll figure out how to get it out, and they'll figure out how to put it into crypto. It's just my personal opinion. I'm probably wrong, but hey, even a broken clock's right twice a day, right? Twigs, good morning. Better late than never. I love it that you're here. Appreciate you being here today. Looking through here and seeing who else we got in here. We got Johnny Holder. What's up, brother? I appreciate you jumping in today. Yes, it is kind of backed by gold, Tom. Kind of backed by gold. Not quite. Let's see. The ruble gold is at $2,700 an ounce. So it's actually more valuable than the dollar, which is interesting, which is at 18. So basically you could go buy gold with the dollar and go and sell it for the ruble and actually make some money. Not financial advice. Should probably think about doing that. All right, who else we got here today? Davy Daddy, what is up, brother? It is a lot to do with supply issues, fuel prices, food shortages, as much as Fed curbing demand by increasing rates. Dude, you are not wrong. It's going to be really, really crazy. As rates rise, I guess you're finishing your come here. As rates rise, people spend less. As people spend less, companies project lower earnings and start layoffs. As people get laid off, people have less to spend. It's a cycle. You are not wrong. You're completely right. All right, we got another one from Diddy Daddy. Don't sit on the sidelines. Be ready to win. Precisely. Rule number one, dollar is crap. He's talking about Crypto Confidential. It's scrolling on the bottom of the screen. You want to help the channel out, grab that link, and you'll be helping yourself out too. The education that's in there, the folks that build in that are building in that, they were writing in that, and I've actually got, I'm going to be doing a piece for them in the next issue. I need to get that over to them, but I've had it done for a little while. But I will be putting that in there. So anyhow, let's see here. Who else is in the chat? Let's see. What's up, Bitcoin Bandicoot? How are you? Appreciate you being here today. Who else is in here? I only have a few minutes, literally about 2 minutes, not even one. Let's see. I just want to make sure I say hey to everyone. Johnny Holder, or Johnny Mattis, excuse me. How are you doing? There's another Johnny Holder in here somewhere. Love it. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Who else is here? All right, cool. Well, listen, I got to jump. You guys and gals have a beautiful, wonderful day, and I will see you all this afternoon for the Patreon show. If you're part of the Patreon, if you're not part of the Patreon, consider joining. Scrolling on the bottom of the screen, and it is linked in the description of the video. And if you've gotten this far in the show and you like the content, please smash that like. It helps YouTube tell other people that you guys you like the content here. So, all right. Anyways, you have a blessed day. See you at the Patreon. Good night or good afternoon.